Hello friends, my name is Rajnish Mishra. Today I have shown you how to initial configure Palo Alto Firewall. So before start the video, please click on the subscribe button. I am logging into firewall. This is already configured firewall. So I have shown you where we need to configure in fresh new model firewall. By default, firewall IP address is firewall default password is 192.168.1.1. So in the initial phase, we need to change in our system IP address and give the IP address in the same subnet of firewall, like 192.168.1.2/24. Okay. So this is initial IP address and default password is admin and username also admin. Username and password admin. Okay. So this is the basic initial phase. How we log in into this new firewall. Okay. So 1.1 is a management interface IP address. So we log in through in a new firewall through the management interface only. Because we have only the management interface IP in this phase. So we change the management IP first of all. So for the management interface, go to the device, then setup and interface and click on the management interface. We see the IP address. By default IP address we will see there 192.168.1.1. So we need to change to this IP address as we require in our network. And management IP address must be belongs to your network and your all the devices and remote sites also must be reachable through this IP. Okay, then we must have the subnet mask and default gateway and auto negotiation. Auto negotiation is a good thing. And administrative management services, how we need to access to this firewall. So I selected there such as HTTPS, SSH and network services connect to ping and SNMP. Okay, then okay and go to the submit. Okay, so this is a way to give the IP to your management interface. Then go to the network and network, go to your interface and we will give there any interface that is available interface. We give our LAN IP as we require. Okay, so we give the any interface, like I choose Ethernet 1/4. So we give the IP address to this interface IPv4. In config we give the name, command, interface type L3. Okay, assign interface 2. This is a zone based firewall, so we make their zone. So I will show you how we will make the zone. Give the security zone LAN virtual router means default. This is the option. We select the default. This must, we must select to default IPv4. So we give the IP address of your interface. Okay, then go to OK and then permit. Okay, so now I'm not changing in the configuration. So now go to the permit and this. So we will first of all we configure to all those things that we require for initial configuration. Then we click on commit in the last side. Then again go to the device, go to the service setup and then service, and then we give the DNS entry there. We click on this right button, edit button, and we give update server update.paloaltonetworks.com. That's it. Okay, DNS. So there we configure their DNS settings that we require. NTP, network time protocol, how our device will update with our time zone. So we select their NTP server. And any other things that we require. We can configure in initial mode our static IP address. So then go to network, and select virtual router, and virtual router go to default. This is a, we select the virtual router mode default. So this is a default. Okay, static root, and there we configure static route. Give the name of static root, like we give the name default, description, anything, root, destination, sorry, this is the destination, default destination. Like I select the our outbound interface is the Ethernet 1/1 IP address of this, like anything. Now I'm okay, anything, and go to OK, and then OK. Okay, now I'm not doing OK anything. So then after go to commit. And before to commit, so there we need to configure a default policy also for your outbound traffic. So I told you that I've shown you how we configure a zone. So in a zone, this I configure this a lot of zone there. Okay, this is my LAN and I've shown you. So this is zone, give the name zone, type L3, means this is firewall is a configure with the IP addresses. So zone type L3, and we configure this firewall in a transparent mode. So we choose the virtual wire. Yeah, we configure the VPN. So in this case, we will choose the tunnel. If our ingress and egress both interface is same, so in this case we configure the tab. Okay, so this is our IP address based interface. So we select to a L3 zone and assign the IP address to this zone. We assign the Ethernet 1/4. Okay, enable user identification means this interface will identify the user with the IP address. Thanks. Now this is the initial configuration is done. So I've shown you also one more thing, how we configure the zones there. Because Palo Alto is a zone based firewall, so every interface will be assigned to zone only, and communication will be possible in between zone. Communication possible by default in the same zone only, and communication with the different zone is by default deny. Okay, so it will be enabled when we configure a policies. Okay, so in the next video I will show you how we configure the policies. Okay, and more explore to zone also. Okay friends, if it is a very useful video, so please share with your friends also.